Hello everybody, welcome back to MoMoVs The Bazaar post-game analysis. Today we have quite the treat. I don't get these often, I swear. These perfect victories are really awesome to see and kind of see how they unfold. Whether they be, decent matchups or actually just doing something really, really decent that's kind of hard to beat. It's probably a little bit of both. It all starts with a catfish, right? With a special enchant. In particular, this time we got Obsidian, which is really strong. All these items that say deal 10 times the damage of this item's poison or burn, those effects are incredibly powerful because when you think about it, like 10 poison turns into 100 damage, and that's not too hard to do, especially with an item that scales itself up. In particular, the catfish, when you haste, this gains more poison, which means you gain more damage. Like, the poison's nice, but the damage is really the big part. Because I don't know, it's kind of easier to scale up poison than it is to scale up damage itself, You can get 100 poison pretty easy. It's hard to get 1,000 damage on it, right? That's kind of the trade-off. So in particular, what did we do to build around this? Well, the Yeti crab is the perfect culprit for the case. Now you're turning freeze straight into more poison and damage. So you just flood your board with freeze, and sticking to really good fundamentals is really awesome. You'll notice that we look for pivot angles, but maybe you didn't even need any, as you see in the run. But getting 2 Yeti crabs here, double the scaling, double the poison, is like really, really nice. And just like a skill highlight I wanna talk about real quick is the paralytic poison itself. When you poison freeze is the perfect skill for this, right? Because not only does it freeze your opponent's items, which is really good, but it triggers Yeti Crab, which when you freeze adjacent poison items, gain more poison, scaling up your catfish or whatever poison item of choice. And in particular, the insect bite and the valley fever, start of each fight, poison yourself 2 or burn 2, can be incredibly strong. So it turns paralytic poison straight into at the start of the fight, freeze, which is insane. Those effects are very, very powerful. Any start of fight thing can be broken, even insect bite. So, yeah, without further ado, this was a live stream, as you see. You can check out my live streams. I don't have a schedule. I just go live whenever. So, without further ado, enjoy the run. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to MoMoVs The Bazaar. Jump straight into a Vanessa ranked match. Let's get going. Pretty decent start. These are all good. Zorsid usually makes a lot of boards, but Obsidian Catfish is a really, really strong early game item and can potentially be your late game build around too. So I do like the option of that. It's just if you can find some haste, be nice. And as we say, go. Alright, first fight taken on... what's the answer here? Maybe Banana Baller. Yup. Overheal haste would be a haste trigger for this. It's also a very good one in general. Could be like rigged, but much better. We got the overheal haste. Excellent. That's pretty big. Watching in the rain after a haircut. Well, that feels very cinematic. Welcome, Mystic for Hire. Glad you can make it. Hope you got a fresh cut. Barber did you well. Not, I hear some horror stories. But if you got a barber you trust, that's like one of the most important things, no? So, glad to hear. I see it now. Out in the rain, cinematic. Sick. Get Peaceful Eye too. Very nice. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome. Going against Coronas here. I feel like if we get this healthy jolt, we might be winning, but if not, maybe not winning. Didn't find any haste triggers. We will get our overheal haste. That's a very big deal. Sick. Puts her board ahead very fast here. And it's just enough, I think, to beat the Mac. Fireworks and barbecue was awesome. Saw my family on 4th of July, which was awesome. They were grilling out, and then the next day, caught up with some friends, and we also grilled out and barbecued and caught some fireworks and all that sort of good stuff. So it was very nice. Definitely good holiday. And now it's time to calm it down back into the swing of things with the bazaar. It was very pleasant. Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Do we beat the ventriloquist? That is a question. I don't think so. 'Cause I don't know if we get the overheal haste from it. That can like make or break whether we beat a fight or not. This healthy jolt right now. Only form haste. Well, it's unfortunate though for my parents' dog. My friend's dog don't mind. They can like be around anything, but my parents' dogs always freak out when the fireworks are going off. It's always a scene, so that's funny. Yeah, magnifying glass. This item is really good the more you upgrade it. It's like little unknown fact. If you get this item to, I think even gold tier, it's like pretty decent. Yeah, it goes from +5 damage at bronze tier, 15 silver, 30 at gold, and 50 at diamond, which is like a pretty big deal. Want some haste triggers though. That'd be good to carry us early. Andela, I think we're good on that. So here's a haste trigger. Never bad to have the clam. If we crit, we haste. Usually not big on this item. But I may make an exception here.
But I'm glad you bought this.
Crit chance is good. But I need to reposition like this. 5 seconds. These all go off in 5 seconds, so that doesn't matter. And if we crit haste, okay. Give it a shot. Interesting board. I don't know if it's at its best, but make it work.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
When we are finished, may I dissect you for study?
Regen mag. That seems to be like the go-to, I guess. I don't know. Like, I think it's strong. I just don't know how strong it is. But that's a lot of damage. It's certainly a lot of damage on a catfish. Because if you can scale up the poison, like poison to damage ratio is insane. I've heard of a couple stories. I think I've even heard someone say like they've ran into my pacifist run with the virus, which is funny. Usually that's a free win for them. I gotta say, but someone's like, "Uh-oh, I'm going up against your board," you know, I'm like about to get styled on. I was like, I don't know about all that. Listen, not all my games are as crazy as it seems. Yeah, some people said that they have, which is really funny. We got a Yeti crab here. Okay. I mean, maybe we just pick up all the friends. That could be a pivot. For sure. We re-rolling anything? Otherwise, we get 3 gold. I would just try to roll this. Ooh, double Yeti. Double trouble. Okay, alright, I see you. Double scaling's kind of sick. And just like that, Momo's back to high rolling once again. Nothing has changed. We could Frost Street Challenger. Get the passive. The Snowstorm skill is really fun. We'll go Aetherite. This just makes sense. Rig, temple ticket, maybe take force field. You never know. But this should be a decent amount of scaling.
Knew that would happen. Didn't care. Woo!
Like iceberg? Iceberg go crazy. Yeah, exactly. Oh, you said that as I saw the message pop up. At least on my end. That's crazy. Yep. Iceberg would be nice. We get like paralytic freeze. That'd also be pretty good. Do we... this'll pay for itself. If we win 3 times, not the best use of money. Like, you really gotta think about before you do something this stupid. And now we're in the upgrade route, which... guess beach ball's alright. Beach ball's very nice, at least early game item. Pick up a pearl. Alright, no, this is super solid, because now... if either of these crit, it's more haste triggers. Do we care about the jellyfish? Technically, probably better than Clamor. We don't care about slow or burn, so we'll hold these on the side. Iceberg would be the dream,
Young for a captain,
you know.
but I've seen my share
You could also get like ice pick, which is like meh, not the best item. It is a tool though. It has some really cool tool synergies. Going against a toxic yo-yo with very bad scaling. Hopefully, I think we're good enough here. And again, sometimes what makes or breaks our fight if we get this healthy jolt here.
I'll show you what I learned from this.
Very good. Down to the docks. We don't have, so, I forgot this one doesn't. It's either Astrolabe or the, Star Chart. Too bad this one doesn't give you the XP either. Get a Calcinator. I don't know how I feel about that. We don't really have ways to transform stuff. You could get the Star Chart here, but I kind of like the free handouts. Right-handed goes a long way. And then now I'm just thinking about fights. Any fights that can give some freezing. Connection lost. Help.
we scorch like a
Ooh, do
desert
you consider animations when picking up items, or is the game not at all point of fighting game frame data analysis? That is one heck of a question. So you're telling me,
The Lord of the Wastes would like
what do you mean? The animations, I don't know if the animations make too much of a difference during the fights, if that's what you're talking about. A Hexa. Maybe should have went for a Hexa. I don't know. Yeah, it's a very peculiar question that you don't know the answer to that.
This is how you win a war.
Yeah, animations in the game shouldn't matter too much. Oh, there it is.
When you're ready, I'll send you to Orlin. But I'll keep you as long as I can.
Ooh, I think we can barely afford the, Oh, wow, perfect money. The only thing that matters, really, is the internal cooldown of items. You and your best man, right? You and your best man. That's right. Me and my best man have been noticing that boulder damages before the Yeah, so the animations are all secondary. Because, like, I don't know how this would work, but I think this would be really funny. I wish there was, like, a sandbox mode where you could just test anything. Like, imagine a boulder on, like, a 1-second cooldown. Like, first off, that's disgusting. Second off, taking on Nova. But, like, would the boulder animation, like, keep looping or something? Where it's just, like, rolling over the screen over and over again? Yeah, so animations are, like, they're purely just for visuals. Like, they don't, because half the time, I think with the boulder, right, they're just dead before it even, like, crosses even halfway across the screen. Wow. 625 damage, Catfish. That is nuts by day 4. That one-shots some people. Sweet. Footage of a shiny boulder. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I've fully seen that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? That'd be so funny to watch. I think that'd be a good chuckle.
Reward the peaceful.
Figurehead's actually kind of sweet if we had money. I think we'd sell jellyfish. Maybe I should have sold this, but I guess we're holding on to it. So now we don't have an item that can crit next to it. Bit of a misplay, if you ask me, but look at that.
Glad we could
Boom.
share this
10% cooldown isn't a ton, but it matters. Yeah, that would be a funny timeline. Do we make Skullvy? Maybe. But, I don't know. I swear every other video I've been getting Diamond Fang, so I'm just like, why don't I just go for it? I might have used all my luck, though. I could probably make the chat a bit wider. 625. How does this look? I'm just like trying to get all my like stream settings down. Because that doesn't take, yeah, it doesn't, see the chat doesn't go into the skills. That's good. We get shiny fangs. I guess I'll take this. You know, if I have to. That's a pretty solid item with this setup. Yeah, that's 65 damage on like a couple second cooldown. That's actually kind of crazy. Thinking on Mob Squad. It doesn't fit with anything we're doing, but a shiny fang's a shiny fang. Maybe we just reroll it, and that's like shiny fang could be a build around. Like if you wanted to win with this right now, you probably take port. Not port. I always mix up port. You take crow's nest. You take this, give it lifesteal, right? And then take the money. Yeah, and just like buff a whole bunch of damage on, like maybe Orange Julian, maybe whatever your poison of choice is.
Hope you packed a change of clothes, because you're gonna get dirty.
The stream isn't starting today, so are you developing? Is your chat, YouTube, Twitch? Yeah. Supposedly, is my stream on or off? I have YouTube, Twitch, and Kick Chat all in one. Like, hopefully that's the idea. Any hoozle. Yeah, Mystic for Hire. I see you over on Twitch, and then Antract, which I didn't say welcome. Welcome, Antract. Thanks for being here. And Angel Rodriguez are on YouTube. So that is a really neat feature. Took me a little bit to set it up, but anywho, Icicle Start is pretty neat. It's a very strong item. Oh, yeah. Usually someone is reminding me to take this down. The stream starting soon. Usually about like halfway through my run, I'm like, oh yeah, I still have that up. Yep. So. Is Icicle better than Coral? It might be. It's a freeze trigger off the rip, which is 8 poison, equivalent to 80 damage. Every freeze trigger matters. And then First Aiden is technically slower than Coral, though, but it's another haste trigger. Dualies are quite fast, too. We'll see. Taking on a dually. Yep. It's been real, guys. See you guys later. Stream ending. Bye. Bye. Nah, that's a meme. Wow. Obsidian Virus Dinosaur. This dually is insane. Maybe this guy's been watching some MoMoVs Bazaar. I don't know. There's a chance. I haven't seen too many other like virus runs out there, I'm not gonna lie, but the popularity of virus has definitely gone up. Just like what I've noticed. I don't want to say I started a trend or anything, but just a drop in the water. Who knows? We have 24 gold. We don't know what to do with. Guess we go to Valpec.
Can I help you find everything?
Ballista. Incendiary rounds could be good. We're gonna take that. Take the seaweed.
For a reason. Buy more.
Coral is still on like a 4.5 second cooldown. That could be worth considering running. Yeah, you're a cool guy if you run virus. Yeah, you should too.
No pressure though.
Oh, wow. Heavy figurehead is... Wow, 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 ooh. I wish I didn't spend so much money now. Which I could sell this. I don't know if the chat would forgive me, though. Definitely buy this.
Your enemies will become statues.
Got 3 tickets to your about scam. Want a refund. Demand streamer for refund. Tells me its great build is terrible. That's funny. Heavy coral. Can we make the money? That's really funny. I apologize. It wasn't my fault. So this is 10. This is 10, 12, 14. Basic math can't do it. We can hold on to the shiny thing? Just to reroll it. Things we're selling this, though. Oh, maybe we sell race versus Aiden. Definitely sell these. We have to sell the fishing rod? Damn, I think we do. Alright. This is really good, though.
Power above all. Time is.
See, this is like one of the most synergistic, non-synergistic builds we have going on right now. Sell the Fang? I was thinking about it. Do we beat the Lich? It's always a question. I think we have a pretty good matchup into it. Doesn't mean we beat it. Could always go for Probo, but I'm down the clown. Yes. Alright, Rodriguez, I believe you. So if I lose, I get to blame somebody. Excellent. You're the first in line. We have a lot of healing. Oh, yeah. Wait, it makes it not even look close. And if we get, what, Creeping Chill? Or, yeah, any passive here, any skill. Oh my god, yep. Yep, it's a certified Momo run. He's high rolling again. I swear not every game's like this. I promise. Toxic Flame's like okay. We get more skills around it, it'd be nice. Figurehead is a relic, not a tool. Holster has a lot of value here. 1 second haste isn't the nicest, but it's probably better than First Aiden. And then let's spend the rest of our money. Alright. So the catfish has, you know, carried us into the mid-game. This will start to fall off, but we'll see. We have a very good board otherwise.
I may be young for a captain,
But Petrifying Gaze at gold tier is a bit of a meme. Artillery spotter Vanessa. Wow, that's certainly something. 1 item build Vanessas. Not ideal. Especially if you're going against someone who has a lot of freeze. Yes, overheal passive on First Aiden's good. But we have Coral, which is also faster too. The nice thing about it's like 0.7 seconds faster, 5 seconds. So like this is 0.7 seconds faster. But this also has a haste trigger, so that's worth considering. Like maybe not even run Mantis Shrimp. Mantis Shrimp's not doing much here. We don't have money for pole. This is awesome. Yes. I love this. This is now. Start of each fight, poison 2. And that's a free freeze. which is really great. Oh, we could have done it here too, which is funny, but we don't need that. We have insect bite. Too bad. Toxic Flame was amazing. This was one of the most fun skills to, like, build around. It's not really a build around potential, because, like, that would sway me to take Malifang. I think we're gonna pass.
Sad not everyone can be a worm cat, but you will try. Yes?
Straight up 30 damage. We're gonna roll here. Berserker or crit chance. These are both good. I feel like we have not too much HP. And I hope we mop the floor with against Radiant Corsair. Although Poppy Fields would be fun. I do like Poppy Fields and Vanessa once in a while. Feeling a little bit frisky. If you've been watching for a little while, you know the tech with Radiant Corsair. Since they changed the XP, as long as you beat him one time, you'll get all the XP. That's amazing. And if you win the fight, that's like the cherry on top. So, like, we already got all the XP. We don't care if we win or lose. We'd like to win. If we were a bit faster, we would have won. But we got 4 XP. It was good. Also, kind of a neat way to limit test. We could use some upgrades, though. There's the port. So, yeah, like, definitely a really solid pivot angle would be just run Crow's Nest. I mean, like, yeah, you should and shouldn't be gaining more XP, if you know what I'm saying. Pufferfish. Do we have enough haste for Pufferfish?
I hope you use that to defeat
We might.
King.
Figurehead becomes a little weird positioning wise, but I think it's okay. I think this makes us go faster. We don't have, like, repeatable haste. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, if you get overconfident, you take the hard fight, even if you come out with, like, 2 XP, it's, like, not the best. You know, whatever, but at least you get something, right? I used to, like, take the hard fight, lose, and then just be behind for, like, the rest of the run, which was pretty not nice feeling. So position 1 Yeti crab next to the pufferfish. We don't have repeatable haste, right? Isn't that a problem? Like, we just have the big haste. And then after that, I think pufferfish goes off more often, but this scales better in terms of damage and the poison. So, yeah, icicle plus holster. 1 freeze trigger is strong, but it's also 1 less holster trigger. Let's keep this on the side. I think this gets better as the game goes on, so we'll hold on to it. Now we get holster value, continued. This is a very powerful effect. Jason item is used, slow 1 item for 3 seconds. So his entire board should almost be perma-slowed.
No, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a pattern.
Yeah, we still get a freeze off the start anyways, with just the paralytic poison, insect bite stuff. Yeah, but once we do our big haste, pufferfish becomes a little awkward.
To success.
I don't love that. With that. I mean, the Fang's still doing like 1,000 damage, right? Like, with a figurehead support, it's just good enough. And this only went off 4 times. That's not enough. There's a reason you don't see too many pufferfish boards anymore. Improve your weapons. Alright. I guess. Just roll a diamond event on day 8, which is like 5%, I think. The crit chance scales better than the upgrade, I think. Hopefully we find the upgrade naturally. Cinders. Transform something. The XP's nice, but I would love to find an upgrade here. I kind of like the icicles back in here. Maybe seaweed, but not really. Probably just first aid. Incendiary rounds could be good. Oh, this is a reason to take out Fang, though. If you get
Excellent choice.
Silencer Catfish, brings it down to 4.5 seconds. Okay. Lose out on some damage, but this going off faster might be more damage. I'm not positive. If this was like gold tier, I'd feel a lot more confident running this, but it is not. I think we beat the dragon pretty easily. If we almost beat Radiant Corsair, we should beat this fight like much easier than that. Yeah, see, this critting is a ton of damage represented. And just like that.
Waste of gunpowder.
We get Fiery Claws, you never know. He buys medium items, sure. Alright. Yep, goodbye. One ammo shot glass, not ideal. That is a diamond water wheel. 6 seconds haste items. That's quite strong. Would be like a lot of haste triggers we need. We don't take advantage of it, not that much. Our cooldowns are pretty high. Unless we put the shiny Fang back in. So I'm thinking we put this here, take out first Aiden, throw in shiny Fang. I think that could be a line. I don't know why I'm thinking about it if I don't have enough money anyways though. 2, 4, 6, 29. I'd have to sell Figurehead or shiny Fang. So unfortunately, I don't think I can take it. I would like water wheel there, but it's too much money. Toys? I don't think we care about too many toys. 3 poison is 30 starting damage. It's really nice. 1 shot glass trigger. I don't think it's worth it. But your silencer doesn't feel worth it yet. So we'll just continue to do this. Taking on the Flying Hamster. Wow. That's a good name.
Underestimate me. It makes this more fun.
If you knew my true purpose, you would stand aside.
Ooh, Equivalent Exchange Mac is pretty sweet. That's really nice. You could probably get a ton of value from that. Doesn't matter if we hit the back-to-back critter, though, for 33%.
This is nothing to me.
Like, I know Froginator. I don't know why I put an R in front of your name, too, Froggo. He's probably... I hope he's sleeping by now. He was here earlier. But he used to love running Sunlight Spear. Probably still does.
Ride that tide!
Celestial Conduit. It's pretty good. Dude, getting the slow effect with the incendiary rounds is insane. We're just not a slow build. I think we're committing to this catfish. Day 8, Momo finally commits to something. But I think the play is to put slow on the icicle. It's a great item. We did freeze trigger and slow to hopefully other items. Because half the time this game comes down to just like who goes first, right? And wins the game. Take the boulder. We're really good into the boulder. Freeze the boulders. Slow the boulders. Win the match. I think to take this build above and beyond is upgrading, of course, catfish, but figurehead into shipwreck. And I think we're chilling. Toxic Aladdle, though, is kind of crazy. Is that worth pivoting into? I don't know. Could be. We can get it down to like 1 second. Which we're pretty far off from. 5.5? Yeah. We'll hold on to it though, for sure. We can get poppy fields here. I think... Nah, this guy's passive isn't great. And this guy's passive is good if you have relics. We have none. We have one. But you can't charge it. But the ethereal conduit, that's an item that's interesting to me, so we're gonna try and take that fight, I think. Right, I think it kinda is interesting here. When you crit charge your relics, never mind. Yeah, pure relic focused. Yeti crab rave. When you poison or use a relic, your items gain 4% crit chance. When you crit, charge your relics. Yeah, well... That's like a really strange synergy to put together. Critting and relics. It's probably one of the hardest items to make work. You could put obsidian on something else. Oh, so really? Alright, this is more for fun. No Frost Altar would be pretty decent build around too. But we don't have like the Ice Club or the Hammer. Or the Cryo Sleeve. Cryo Sleeve is another reason to take this. The apparel that you can get from the apparel shop. But Obsidian's fun. I'll show you why. I guess we go for poison skills. Although critting is nice. Oh, poison skills, I guess. Charge a burn item. We don't have any. Toxic Injector is another haste trigger for this. That's not bad. And then we put Obsidian on the holster. Really neat effect. I don't know if anyone knew about this. Someone, a viewer of mine, turned me on to this. Start of each fight, deal 10% of your max health. That's just good, right? That's just solid. Anyways, take it on thnx.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
Yeah, I think a new objective is to get a ladle to like 200 damage. So it goes off in 1 second. Like, before this dually can even think, he's already dead. Like, that's the power of these start of combat items. Crazy. We could transform something. I was talking about transforming the shiny fang too. We could do it for fun. Who wants to see that? Transform this away. Because right now this would be 5.5 seconds. Yeah, we need a bit more damage here. Transform this away. Is it throwing? Maybe. Oh, 100%.
What have you got?
Do it.
Wish it was something else?
I'm not scared.
Your reality is so fragile.
Interesting. Wow. Exactly one weapon, so unfortunately we put obsidian here. When you crit with it, charge a non-weapon 2 seconds instead of 1. So this is like old custom scope before the nerf. That can be very good right here. Like I wanna look at something. How does this look? 3.3 seconds. We just need a little bit more damage, and then we're chilling. Cove? We could take the cove and then re-roll it. That's definitely a line. You know, it's interesting. I don't think it's the move to do right now. That could be a crazy pivot. We have dive weights, though. First Aiden's a little awkward. That's all right. Take a Lord of the Waste, I suppose.
The world whirls like the wind.
Peculiar build, for sure. I mean, this is really good, though. Like, 900 damage on the catfish is crazy cool. Always clockwork blades. Amazing. I guess we take more XP, but we're kind of on to the wait, we're on the last day already. Potentially. That's crazy to me. This run has, like, been flying by. Insect Wing 2? Oh, we get Sterling, which we could upgrade this. But if this is the last fight...
Sylvia by any chance? Did she mention me?
might as well be as strong as possible. Wait, this all started with, like, an obsidian catfish and trying to build around it. That's literally how this build, start to finish. We thought about maybe pivoting into, like, this. This would be sick. Like, this setup looks insane. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see it. Maybe. Taking on... Oh, this guy is not winning. Let's see. But against Tweedle. I don't think we even got the, like, proc petrifying gaze. Someone can double check me on that, but... Primordial Slumber. Yeah, that's not it, Chief. Oh my god. This guy didn't even get to go off. I think... Did he get to use Rainbow Potion once and that was it? That's horrible. Oh. Oh, he got one item activation. Yeah, just FYI, if you have an Icy Silencer, you probably want like a katana or something. Just makes things unfair. But that's a run. Is it perfect? No way. Diamond victory. Woohoo. Ladies and gentlemen, if you got this far, like, subscribe, all that sort of good stuff. Thanks for hanging out. This is a really cool showcase. You just stick to your guns, like stick to a game plan, and just win. So yeah, the second Yeti definitely was a bit lucky, I think. The insect bite was amazing, and then getting the rest of the skills was, of course, awesome. Yeah, we were also probably getting Berserker value too, which just was like probably on like 4.3 or 2 second cooldown. Super nice. But if you got this far, shout out to Jerome C and Nicholas D. Thank you for your support. I guess there's a members thing on YouTube, and you know, again, I don't have anything like special planned for that, but I appreciate the support. It's above and beyond, like 100%. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. Psst. Don't worry, Chad. I'm not going anywhere. That's just for the YouTube. You could say hi, YouTube.